Ha ha ha. Good morning. What? Good morning. Welcome to the head house. Welcome to the head house. We've got buses and trains. We're gonna take you working home on the wee own lanes. Oh, jeez. Sorry. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that her flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? That's right. It's 5:09 a.m. here from Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America, North America, planet Earth, which is the third stone from the sun. In the Sol system, outer spiral arm, Milky Way galaxy, local group, Virgo cluster, Laniakea supercluster, known universe, somewhere within the yet-to-be-defined and unplumbed, unrealized multiverse of possibilities, if such a thing even exists. It's 5:10 a.m. in the morning. Welcome to Live and Learn. It's the Gratitude Show. First thing in the morning, where we format our heads, hearts, and minds to accept gratitude as our operating system. Wow, I wonder what's going on with the tea. Well, because there's a train coming the other way. And it's just coming through. It's not even picking up custody. It's not even picking up people. Why you're not picking the people up? You could be going the other way. What are you doing? Please stop and accept the customers. This is the second train I've seen go by in the past 10 minutes. Also, I saw another one or two go by, I don't know, between 4, after 4:30 or so. That's fine. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling well. Happy Friday. Huzzah, you made it. Is it time for your weekend? Do you have a weekend? Some people don't. I start off my gratitude list with the Foundation 8. Your gratitudes may differ. They might, because you're a different person than I am. This gratitude list has really helped my life. I'm a really better person for it. I'm happier, blissful, graceful, and I have a measure of peace now. After 5 years of doing this gratitude list, I am grateful for my family, my friends, my faith, my freedom, my health, my union job, a good night's sleep, and a solid breakfast. From there, I add to that and I elaborate. I build on that. And sooner or later, you look down at your gratitude list and it's full of words, and each word is a blessing. It's something you're grateful for. And this is the part of the program where you can literally count your blessings. The old wives' tale, the old grandma piece of wisdom, the cliche. Count your blessings. Well, now you have a chance to do that, because once you count your blessings, it has the immediate ability to stop the momentum, nay, I say the inertia of your rotten day. And you can have a neutral space in order where you can make a new choice. You can continue to have a shitty day, that's your choice, but you can do something different. You can choose not to let things bother you. You can choose to rise above your own anger and discontentment. And it's wonderful. I mean, I'm beset by my anger and my loneliness and my mopies. I suffer from the chronic mopies, the chronic angries. and the chronic lonelies I have all my life. It's been a constant struggle. All right, here comes the train again. Let's do it. I know it's your favorite part of the show is when we see the train pull in. Oh boy, it's 15 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. That's like 10 degrees warmer than like the rest of the, earlier this week. That's fine with me. I'm feeling okay. I'm moving the rest of my stuff this weekend on Sunday. I got one last truckload of stuff to bring to the condo in Quincy, and then I'm moved. That'll be it. That's a new chapter of my life. We're gonna start that up. Here it comes. Here comes the train. All right, I know y'all like seeing this. All right, here we go. Yep. The light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, it's actually a train coming right for you. Ah! Happy Friday, everyone. We usually get apolitically incorrect on Fridays. What's there to talk about in politics? Politics, schmolitics. Oof, I am. Oof, here we go. My quote-unquote favorite seat. Alrighty. Woof. And let's pray for my audio that it holds out. It's holding out like womankind. I feel bad sometimes, but then I realize that women don't give a fuck. No, I say some caustic shit. I know I do.
Next stop, Quincy Center.
Because I'm brokenhearted and I'm a little mean. And as aforementioned, a little lonely. But I have been lonely all my life. And this is what I deserve. It's my karma. So I shouldn't be mad at karma. I should be mad at myself for my past actions that accrued this karma that made me such a, whatever. I mean, but I'm supposed to stop, drop, and giggle and believe all women and fucking, no. I'm sorry, and I know that the vocal minority being amplified on social media does not fairly represent all women in womankind. I know that. And womankind have a lot more to do with the even smaller demographic of women in their the ripeness of their breeding age in Western culture. Now there's 8 billion people on planet Earth, third stone from the sun, solar system, outer spiral arm, Milky Way galaxy. 8 billion. Half of those people, half of those humans are women. That's 4 billion women. There's only about 340 million people living in the United States of America. Half of them are women. That's 140 million people. And how many of those are of voting age, of drinking age? You know what I mean? It's turtles all the way down, I swear. So you're trying to tell me that this sliver of the population of the globe represents all of the whole. No, it just doesn't. So there are lenses of reality and of rationality that just you gotta put yourself through. I mean, seriously. And I offer the converse for women. Does the brouhaha of all the negativity against men, does that fairly represent all men? Well, it just might, because men are very evil, and there's a patriarchy, and believe all women, and hashtag this and hashtag that, and me too. And I mean, wow, let's see.
Next stop, Wollaston.
Apolitically Incorrect Friday is something that we did in the Gratitude List show during the election cycle, leading up to the 2024 presidential election, U.S. presidential election. I used to have a higher political acumen. I used to devour the op-ed column in the daily and Sunday newspapers. I used to be an apostle to National Public Radio and their news programs. They would also have the BBC World Report. I would also, Sunday mornings, 10:30 a.m., NBC television, Meet the Press. Way back in the Tim Russert days. Don't Bother Sully. Actually, me and one of my best friends, Dane, he was my roommate for a couple of years. So we had an agreement on Sunday mornings. Like, I would watch Meet the Press with the sound off and the closed captionings on, and he would play anything he wants to on his hi-fi. Therefore, both of us get what we want. And, and then just would cook for whomever would crashed on our couches that night before. And then we'd have a big old breakfast. And then we'd go out and get, it's a nice way to have a Sunday. But it's like, oh yeah, Meet the Press was like my big thing. And I let go of it. I let go of my attachment to all of that. What's it worth? Especially because that kind of predated all... It predated Facebook and Twitter. I mean, we had MySpace, and there was Friendster, and there was Blogger, and there was AOL, but it was nothing like we have today. And especially with the amplified voices, the caustic voices, the aggravating, antagonistic voices. You know what I mean? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Awesome. Oh boy, Apolitically Incorrect Friday. So I've gone to Apolitically Incorrect Friday. I don't give a shit about politics anymore. I'm sorry. I'm 52 years old. I got more years behind me than I do ahead of me. It's a young person's game. It's your world now. I mean, what's left for me to do? I just gotta go to work every day, make sure my bills are paid, that my work is done.
Next stop, North Quincy.
And, eventually walk my dog when I get a dog. I'd like to get a dog because it would be nice to feel, to have love in my home. Like, I haven't been in a relationship in 15 years. And, I mean, there's been, absence of love in my home for a long time. Oh, woe is me, woe is me. Oh, I'm such a bad person. I deserve it. All my sins against womankind. I shouldn't have got the, Neil Gaiman's guide to the Neil Gaiman's The Joy of Sex book back when I was, in the 90s, and it just perverted me. All my sins against womanhood. No, I'm just kidding. Walton? North Quincy.
North Quincy.
I'm still getting used to my, the timing. But Apolitically Incorrect Friday. Anything happen in politics? Anything you care about? Pardon me, but... Pardon me. Do you have any great fun? Pardon me. But you haven't caught me in my crimes yet. I know Fauci got, a preemptive pardon. That's so rank, man. Oh boy. And the J6 pardons too. I'm like, I don't have an opinion about J6. That's like fucking bait. That's wingnut bait. If you're a left wingnut, a right wingnut, I mean, geez. It's a trap. It's meant to find out, like, what side do you dress
Next
on?
stop, JFK.
What side of the aisle are you on? They're either insurrectionists or the patriots. There is no middle ground, apparently. I refuse that. I'm not going to, do I think it was a bad idea to show up? Yes. Is there a fair comparison to the Summer of Love 2020 and literally burning whole neighborhoods in different cities in blue states? And yes. Doesn't it say in like the First Amendment or the Second Amendment that we have a right to redress our grievances with Congress? Could that be interpreted? I see that as something, but I mean, stop trying to make fetch happen. Regina George is right. I mean, and when I was talking about the other day about forgiveness, where is forgiveness? Why is forgiveness lacking? Why do progressive lefties and Democrats, what is their fucking problem when it comes to forgiveness? They don't want to forgive you. They need an enemy. That's the whole the academic postmodernism, the Marxism that's baked into that, the oppressor and oppressed. You don't forgive your oppressors. You eliminate them. I mean, and all those lefty voices went underground. You better watch out for them. Watch your back. Keep your head in the swivel. Seriously. I don't think that the Republicans are any better or any worse. Well, maybe, I think at this point, yeah, the Republicans are less worse. Yeah, pretty much. Hey. But the world turns. And the sun rises. Pardon me, but I know. I think one thing that was alarming and kind of disappointing, apparently the Spanish version of the White House webpage is now down. And unless President Trump, I would love to see President Trump make English the official language of the United States of America. That would be great. But also, we live in a world of touchpads and tablets and shit. There's no reason not to have, language options for different people. And especially Spanish, because Spanish is an American language. I mean, everyone south of the Rio Grande, all the way to Tierra del Fuego, speaks Spanish, with the exception of Brazil, who speaks Portuguese, which sounds a lot. You guessed it, like Spanish. They're cousin languages. They're both Romance languages, capital R Romance. There are 5 Romance languages: Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, French, and Romanian. And they all come from Latin, literally. I mean, so they all have similar words. They all have similar, verb conjugations. They all have gender, too. It's so funny with the whole Latinx thing, that craze. That it didn't start with France. Why didn't? Because that's where all the academic postmodernism came from. Was France, and they couldn't degender their language. Is there a academic postmodern version of French that's gender fluid or gender free? I don't care. The car, she don't go. The guitar, she don't play. that's everything's lur and la. L or Ella. I don't have answers. All I have are more questions. Oh, my big question tonight is, do I get beer? No. No beer tonight.
JFK, Mass.
Well, because I'm on West's
Change
show
for
now.
Ashmont service, commuter rail and local bus connections.
10 a.m. U.S. Eastern on Saturdays. I gotta be bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to play, ready to have my best A game. I love being on Wes's show. It's really fun. We talk about comic books. That's our culture. That's our thing. Then Saturday night, I'll be on Bandito Baines, Geeks Talking Geek. I'll put a link in the community notes. That should be going on 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern. Then my own show, my weekly show, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, Sundays, the Super Sully Sunday stream. That's right, often duplicated, never reproduced. I think I read 15 Marvel books this week, and a couple of others that I got at my local comic book shop. So yeah, 3 shows this week. But Sunday morning, I'm blessed and grateful that one of my roommates has a big pickup truck, and that it's got one trip left.
Next stop,
Of the most random stuff. A couple of boxes of books, some assorted kitchen stuff, my ironing board. I have an old-fashioned light table. I have no place for it, and it's an energy drain, literally. I mean, and we're coming up on my childhood bedroom. There's my old court, and there's my old childhood bedroom right there in the corner. The old harbor projects. Uh-oh. Remember, keep your head on a swivel while you're on the subway. Even at 5 a.m., especially at 5 a.m. These people haven't slept all night. They're realizing that they're hungry. They look at you like you're a human resource.
All right. Have a good weekend.
Don't give up on being compassionate, but don't be a sucker either. You know what I mean? You need to balance your compassion with some security, and that with security comes, with your liberty comes security. All right. I'm not a Republican. I was a Republican. I registered as a Republican as soon as I was old enough to vote, and that was for the 1992 presidential election. I voted for Ross Perot. I usually vote for a third candidate, a third party. That's my thing. I feel a two-party system is one party away from being a one-party system. And you need more robustness. I mean, you're given this illusion of choice. But that's just like this guy's opinion. Oh, yeah. I'm also thinking about getting one of those telescoping batons for personal protection. But also, it's like, I'm just inundated with Star Wars stuff since an early age. And there's that scene in Empire Strikes Back where they're on Dagobah. There's that cave with the dark side energy, and it's like Luke says, "What's in there?" And Yoda says, "Only what you bring with you." And Luke brings his lightsaber. You know what I mean? It's pithy, and it's wisdom. Think about it. Chew on that. But it's Friday, and it's apolitically incorrect here at the Live and Learn Gratitude Show. What are you grateful for? Let me know in the comment section. Smash that like button, turn on the notifications, ring that bell, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already.